Welcome to the Odd Couple.
Well, real conversations gets real. All right, so today's topic, this is very important because in today's society, we all know when it comes to relationship, there's a thing about more than women, submission, a woman, being submissive. What is the role of the man in the relationship? What is the role of the woman in the relationship? Everything is different now, folks, So we're going to break it down. What is the role of a woman in a relationship?
Okay.
I'm Rod.
And I'm Corey.
All right, let's get it. So, Corey,
Yes.
let our audience know, what is the role of a woman in a relationship?
Taking care of the household.
Okay.
Meaning making sure whoever she's with, spouse, husband, boyfriend, is taken care of. Food-wise,
Mm-hmm.
cleaning house-wise, in the bedroom-wise. Different roles that a woman can do.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes guys don't want women to be controlling, so they try to push things back.
Mm.
But for like some females haven't been in relationships in a while, so they still have that guard up, so they try to keep control of everything. So
What do you mean when you say keep control, though?
like try to do things on their own. They don't want nobody else to take care of them.
That is a very important point right there because I've noticed that in my dating experience, actually, so-called independent women who are used to doing things
Right.
by themselves, without a man, and so it becomes really hard for them to actually give in to a man, right?
Right.
And then that becomes a problem because your natural role is not what you are fulfilling in that relationship. Am I making sense?
You're making sense.
Okay.
Yes. But on what you're saying there, when a female meets a male or a girl meets a guy or whatever, they look into it because they want that guy to basically not control them, but they want them to show that you're okay. Like, I'm going to take care of you. You don't have to worry about anything. You're at ease. Be at ease. And then that woman or that lady, she's going to let go and let him do what he needs to do.
So
And
let
then,
me.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And then that's when she would definitely be doing what she's supposed to be doing, her role.
So it's almost like a test. That's what that sounds to be, though. It's almost like it's a test.
It's not a test. It's not a test.
Then what it is? You have to prove yourself as a man.
Well, no, you don't have to prove yourself as a man.
Okay.
You have to reassure this female that, I want to be with you and you're going to be okay. So don't stress out that this is going to happen, this is going to happen. Like, don't hold your guard up for a person that...
How does a man show you that?
It's all about, trust, honest, being there for her, making sure she's okay in every way.
Okay, so if you get a man who's a stand-up guy, right?
Right.
Who knows what to do in a relationship, who knows how to provide, who knows how to protect. If he's doing that naturally, why not just let him lead and do what he has to do as a man? Why gotta be? There has to be a trust level. I'm confused.
Today, in age, that's not how it works.
Oh, so we're saying today,
Yeah.
that's not how it works.
It's not.
So what's different today compared to back in the day when our parents?
It's easy for guys now. It's easy for guys to have, like, multiple choices to go out. So with a female, we have to work hard to try to keep that person in our lives. That's why it's always a lot of females have guards up. Because it's like a competition. Like, okay, we're in a relationship. I'm in a relationship with this person, and we don't live together. I can't, be, where's his whereabouts and stuff like that. But you can't think like that also. But again, it's a competition because there's more females out for the guys than guys worried about what's going on.
I'm not getting it. So you're saying we have more options? I don't understand.
Yeah, you do have more options.
Okay, options as far as what?
Being with whoever you want to be with.
So you saying women don't have that option or luxury?
No.
You guys don't have that?
No, we don't.
Oh, why not?
I mean, some females probably do if they want to put themselves out there.
Right.
But you shouldn't want that.
Oh, you shouldn't want that as a female. That's what
Exactly.
Why
right.
not?
Because it's not right.
I can't hear that loud.
It's not healthy.
It's not what?
Healthy.
Why is it not healthy? I'm curious.
It's not healthy for your mind, your thinking wise.
Huh?
It's only supposed to be one person. That's why when a female chooses the guy that she wants to be with, that's who she knows who she wants to be with. And she's going to work hard for this person. With guys, they have options. So they know Megan, Sarah, and Erica, they have 3. All 3 of these girls are going to have different options for them, so they can go to these 3 different girls.
How do you know all of this, though? I'm curious.
That's how it is in life.
That's how it is in life. So you experience that?
I mean, I have friends, I have family members. I know. That's how it is. People get married, they have a wife, and then they have Megan and Sarah. Again.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're saying it's okay for a man to have options. That's what you're saying.
It's not okay.
Oh,
it's not okay.
That's
it's
what
not
I'm
okay. No,
we're going to toast to
that. It's not okay for a man to have options. I'm saying, why can't a person, 2 people, just be with one, like with each other, like 2? So, on our topic, a woman has to know her position when she's in a relationship. But she's not going to get to that point until she knows that she's at ease. This guy is my person. I know I don't have to worry about him going out and being with anyone else. So I'm going to take care of him. She's going to do what she's supposed to do. I have my sister and my brother-in-law been married since I was like 9 years old. And she knows that my brother-in-law, she's 59.
Okay.
And she knows that my brother-in-law is going to be there, and she knows that she can trust him and everything. And she does everything for him. Like everything in the household, everything that she's supposed to do, she does for him. And that's how it's supposed to be. If a guy shows a woman that she's good and he's there for her and he's going to take care of her, he's going to have that lady 100%. It's going to be no worries. It's going to be no stress. He's going to love on her, and she's going to love on him.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're just saying this from your perspective, though. I don't think you're saying it from today's society.
I'm saying it for today's society.
No, that's not how that goes. I can tell you that. That's not how that goes.
How is it not?
Because I'm a man, and I'm telling you, in my experience, you meet someone, and you establish yourself as a masculine alpha male who knows his position, right?
Okay, right.
Let's forget about the alpha male. As a man who knows his position, his role as a provider, his role as a protector, and everything else. Okay. You're doing your job as a man. But
why are you doing your job as a man? Why are you doing that?
What do you mean, why?
Why are you being the provider, the protector?
Because that's what a man is supposed to do. There's no precondition to that.
Yeah, but
it's a natural
thing.
Right.
But guys don't do it unless they see a woman taking care of them.
That's not true.
That is true.
Taking care of a man in what way?
Any way that they want them to take care of. It's guys out here like, hey, you come over my house, cook dinner. If the female say no, that's one. They're gonna say no. I'm not doing it. Have sex. Female say no, they're gonna go somewhere else. That's what a guy.
I don't know what kind of guy you're talking about because I don't call a woman. I don't call a woman over and say, "Come on, let's have sex," unless it's a booty call.
Right, but it's guys out here. It's guys out here that do that. So they look at that.
So you checking for the wrong guys. That's what the problem is.
It's not that I'm checking for the wrong guys, but that's how guys are towards females out here. That's not what I.
That's a generalized statement. That's what guys are towards females. That's very.
It is. It's some guys out here that's like that. Yeah, some guys. Yeah. I'm sorry. Some guys.
You ain't gotta apologize.
Right. Some guys are like that. Some girls are different also. But what I'm stating is that it's different guys that will look at a woman and state that I know she's going to be good, and some of them like she's just a booty call, and they look at that.
Yeah, but you gotta understand for a guy, right? Mm-hmm. You know, if a guy meets a woman,
right?
You know, he's automatically observing that woman, her behavior, the way she moves, the way she acts. Is she someone who excel naturally in her feminine domain, right? A lot of women these days don't understand that. You know, that you have to be in your natural feminine essence.
Right.
You gotta be in the flow of that. That is what a woman is supposed to be. You gotta be nurturing. You gotta be easy to talk to. Mm-hmm. You gotta not be so combative. Mm-hmm. You gotta not be so defensive. Right. You gotta not be so wanting to prove to be right all the time, having a need to feel right all the time.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
What if a female has been in a relationship in the past? I know you're not supposed to bring your past up or whatever, mm-hmm. but the person that she was with mm-hmm. was like controlling or always demanded to do things and stuff like that. So now when she meets this new person, right, and they speak to her almost the same way, you know, sometimes you have to, like, I'm trying to see how I can say it. Like,
you can't just assume that this guy is the same guy from the past.
Right, exactly. But if you know,
try to get to know someone.
Right, but if you know that what her past is, and you know, okay, let me just calm down, or let me talk to her and see what's going on. You know, some people need that. You know?
Need what?
Like, okay, I didn't mean to talk to you that way. I know what happened and stuff like that. But,
okay.
Like, I'm trying to see how I can explain it. Mm-hmm. Like, it has to be a way that a person knows how to handle a female or male, because men been in relationships too.
I'll just interject for a second. I think what you just mentioned is very important. I think the problem is when you come into a new relationship with past trauma, you know, and then most of the time women tend to impress that upon the new person that they meet. Now you are making a prejudgment on that new person, and your assessment of that new person is based on your past experience, which is very, very wrong. Right. And, you know, because you haven't fully healed from your past trauma. So it's not on the new person.
So they shouldn't get in a relationship.
Don't get in a relationship. Gotcha. You know, your job is to completely heal from your past trauma, because it's not the responsibility of the new person that you enter into the relationship. It's not fair to that new person.
Gotcha.
And to your point earlier, you said a woman should not sleep around because it's not, what was it? It's not healthy. Yeah. That is the part. Mentally, it's not healthy for you. Mm-hmm. You know, that's what I always say when I say, like, you know, a woman is not meant to have multiple partners. Mm-hmm. So women get triggered by that. They're like, nah. Well, if a man can do it, I can do it too. I'm like,
well, yeah, that's just a mind thing,
you know? You know, it doesn't.
Why not go do it?
That just doesn't. It doesn't work.
Why? Because it's a female?
No, you just made the point. It's not healthy for you.
Right.
You know, that's what it is.
It's not healthy for you guys either. Because let me tell you, you guys could go out and do it, and you whatever disease or whatever you get,
disease.
you pass it on to the next person. So it's not healthy for you either. So
I'm talking about the mental aspects. That's what we're talking about.
I know the mental. I know, but
psychologically, all of that stuff.
Right. Well, it's just with us because females fall in love faster than you guys. So if we're out having sex with multiple men, or we're having, like, we have 3 guys that we're having sex with, we're going to have a connection with all 3 of those guys. You guys have 3 females, it's not going to be no connection. You probably have one of those females that you will have a connection with, but out of all the 3, you're not going to have a connection. It's just going to be like, all right, I want to have sex. This person's not answering. I'm going to call Sally. She's going to answer because I would go ahead.
You sounded like a dude.
That's how y'all are. That's how y'all are.
That's funny.
That's how y'all are.
Yeah, so yeah, that's the point right there. So like you said, so back to the original point of conversation, the role of a woman in a relationship. You also mentioned a man is supposed to be, when a man is a provider and he's doing all these things, he still have to prove himself in terms of the trust aspect. You mentioned that, and I'm like, I'm confused. Why does he have to prove himself beyond him doing what a man is supposed to do? Why is it necessary?
So you're stating you can do whatever you want in the household and then leave out and do whatever you want.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if a man, if we are dating, right? For example, I'm being a provider, I'm being a protector, I'm doing what a man is supposed to do.
Right.
And you are saying, well, a woman still has to trust that man for her to open up fully. And I'm like, well, what's the point?
Well, that was what we was talking about before, leaving your past.
Yeah, before, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I said, let's go back to that conversation.
Yeah, but if she doesn't have a past like that, she should be okay. Because she knows this is the person that she wants to be with.
Right.
So she's going to bring him in as a new person. We're starting this together as fresh. So I'm doing me, he's doing him.
Right.
And we bring it as one, that we can trust each other on how we're doing it. A woman do her role, a man do his role.
So the issue is the past trauma.
Right.
That is the issue.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense because I've experienced that in some instances, and I've experienced that with women who haven't had any past trauma. There's a difference, right?
Right.
Do you believe in femininity?
Here or there.
Here or there. What does that mean?
I mean, it could be different ways. Like, you have to give me an example.
I'm not talking about feminism. I'm talking about femininity.
Like
being a feminine woman.
Right. Why wouldn't you be a feminine woman? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't nobody?
Well, I'm not a woman.
I'm asking, like, why wouldn't a female be a feminine woman?
Because today's society teaches women to be the boss chick, to be independent. I don't need a man, right?
But that's what we talked about in the beginning of her being by herself for all this time, and she's been taking care of everything in her life. So that is going to be some kind of holding back. But she's still gonna be a feminine. She could still be the female that she's supposed to be.
No, it doesn't work.
It doesn't?
It doesn't work. She becomes more masculine. That's what happens in that situation. And that is most of the issues that people run into in a relationship today. And it doesn't help that society is actually reinforcing that thought process into the minds of a lot of women. The impact of the feminist movement also plays a role as well. And also society's impact as well plays a role, which is very, very dangerous to the structure and progress of black relationship today.
Right. That's true.
Okay. Wow. I got a truth. Boom. Woo! Finally, we got a chance to that. Boom. But can we chance to that? I got one. That's true. Where's your glass? You got? So, I noticed how sometimes in relationship, not only that, like, I've been asked that question because I've dated outside of my race, right? Are you cool with dating outside of your race, and what is your opinion when it comes to
That's a good one.
black men dating outside
Outside
of their race? Like,
I don't think nothing bad about it. I just think like if you date out of your race, what was wrong dating your race? Like, why did you choose? Why did anybody choose to date out of their race? Was it because, oh, I'm black, but I don't want to be with a black person, or, you know, they always say black women have attitudes. They don't want to hear their mouths, so they will go to another race that sits quiet and listens to whatever they have to say. Don't have to worry about anything. So I don't look at it as like, oh, he chose a white girl because he don't want to be with a black girl, and that's racist. No, I don't. I just feel that being with your culture or the color of your skin is a beautiful thing, but you shouldn't knock off also being in a relationship. So if I see a man with a black male with a white female,
what goes into your mind?
I say to myself, like, I wonder why he's with her. Not in a mean way. I don't want nobody to think that I'm racist. No, I don't know. I just want to know, like, why did he pick, you know, a white female or Asian female?
Why do you think that's the case?
I mean, of course, that's probably something he's attracted to. You know, I don't think that he chose her because of what everybody else say.
What is that?
That black women don't shut up.
Yeah, that's part of the reason. That most guys.
Well, I know, but I don't look at it as that. And I don't. And but I also like seeing people with different races because it brings like history and, you know, seeing different cultures with each other.
Right.
My sister's married to a white man. He's from England, and we love him to death. And when we talk, you know, some things we have to catch ourselves because it's like we have a white man in the house. But
catch yourself as far as what?
Like saying things like, oh, we saw this white lady walk down the street or something like that. But it's nothing racist, you know, because everybody talk
politically correct.
Yeah, everybody talk about different races. It don't even have to be bad.
Right. Everybody it's just like it's just a private moment. People say shit in a private moment. Just like Donald Trump said, grab them by the the coochie. You know, that was a private conversation. Everybody just like act like they don't have private conversations.
Everybody has those. So, and I don't, you know, like, if I never dated out of my race, but if I did have a chance, I would try it. I can't see myself with a different race, but if I had a time or, you know, somebody say, hey, you know, Jason wants to get to know you. Hello, Jason.
How you gonna give Jason a shot?
I mean, yeah.
You know, even Jason is Freddy Krueger's cousin.
But anyway, you know, you date the person you want to be with. That's the person you love. It's no judgment, you know. Like, people have to, you know, just try new things, I guess. I was going to say something about me, but...
About you?
Yeah.
You can say it.
Like, I'm short, so people want to talk to me because I'm different. So that's almost like
fetish?
Not a fetish. No, we don't want to say that. Not a fetish, but something different. Something different. So a race, another culture is something different. Somebody wants to try that out. Oh, that's a white person. I've never been with a white person. Different things could be in their head. Oh, I want to try how their food is, or I want to see how their Thanksgiving is, or, you know, sex, how the sex is. It could be different from being with a black person and you having a white person, an Asian person, because you never know. So people look into things like that. So, like, when they see me or they see anything different, you know, people want to try it because it's something that they never had before. So that's just the same with...
Yeah, I think we, in terms of our thought process on it, closely aligned in a way. You know, I feel like people should be with whoever they want to be with.
Right.
My only thing is the why. Why going out of your race? Are you doing it because you feel like they're superior or they are better than black women? If that's the MO, then I'm against it.
So you date out of your race. Why did you choose to date out of your race?
I didn't tell you that, did I? Or you asking?
You said it in the beginning. You said I dated out of my race before.
Okay. Yeah, I have.
So why did you choose it? Like why? I mean, like was this person you were attracted to, like, or you wanted to try something, like out of your race? Was it something Like
no.
me, I don't talk to short people. I don't. I talk to tall people.
You
so
don't want to
people
have a short baby, that's why?
Nah, I have a short baby. And her dad is tall.
Right.
But I think I look at it as that like that's like not my I'm not gonna say type, but I never had a chance to see someone that I was attracted to date that person. So when you look at somebody that's outside of your race, that person could have been attractive to you. So it's like, okay, let me see how this is going to go. Let me get to know her and get to know him or something like that.
Well, for me, I can only talk for me. It happened that I went out. This was back in New York when I was in New York. We went out. I went out. I was bored, and I decided to go out to the club, and then we met. It just happened.
Yeah.
We met, we danced, and from there, a one night stand was supposed to be a one night stand, and ended up being 3 year stand.
Yeah.
We ended up being
But
three.
that was good though.
Yeah, so it's not like something that I planned. Oh, let me
Right.
try it out. No, it just happened.
Okay.
And it was easy.
Yeah.
So compared to a lot of, I'm not saying I've never been with a black woman that was easy, but compared to a lot of good relationship, it was super easy.
Yeah.
There was not a lot of back and forth and all that stuff going on. So yeah. So and if you experience that with a different race as a man, and if you have gone through a turbulent relationship with black women, it makes you think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then that's
understandable.
yeah, that's part of the reason why some guys just decide to like stay dating outside of the race, because once they experience, I'm not saying white women are cool. That's not what I'm saying. No, yeah.
But no, I understand what you're
A
saying.
woman is a woman at the end of the day. So let's just be real with that. But yeah.
Well, it's all about too how you were raised.
Right.
Like
that plays a huge role.
yeah, like if you were raised in a single home with just a mom, she's raising you to be a tough woman. So she's raising you like.
Were you raised in a single home or?
I was raised with my mom, but we still saw my dad like holidays and stuff like that. So basically, yeah, she raised us, but my dad was still in our lives. But she raised us in a single home, yeah. So she showed us like, don't let no guy control you. You have your own voice. You speak up for yourself and stuff like that. And that's a lot of not even only black women. It's for all cultures that was raised up in a single mom home, because we're looking up at them like, dang, my mom is by herself, she's raising me, I can do this on my own, I can do this, I don't need a man, but we do need men,
Oh, you do need men?
I mean, not that way.
Oh, which way then?
We need men for friends, conversations, we need men, to do things with, we need men to do things with.
What kind of things?
I mean, a man is supposed to be in your life anyway, so.
Okay.
But,
But feminism and all this foolishness changed things, it just muddied the water.
It did.
Which is sad.
It's really sad, but it's sad for the females too, because what the men do to us.
Yeah.
What females have to go through, but we let them do it to us too.
Oh, that's a very good point. People only do things to you that you allow.
Right.
Right.
And I don't think that's good.
What advice would you give a younger version of yourself, a younger female, as far as relationship?
Live your life.
That's it? That's the advice? What a bullshit advice. Live your life will get you.
I'm joking.
Will get you to be single when you're 40. Because you're gonna go around living your life.
Ladies, I'm joking. No.
And you be single at 40.
Listen, my mom always told me that there's someone out there for you, right? When I say live your life, I mean get you an education, get you a job that's going to pay, the job that you love, the job that you're looking for, and live your life, travel, do things, and then when it's time for that person to come for you, that person is going to show up, and that's going to be your person. That's what I mean by live your life.
Is that the best advice you could give? Live your life?
Yeah, that's when I say live your life.
Who said that?
I did.
That's a song.
How go?
Rihanna. Live your life. Hey.
I didn't think about that.
That don't work.
So how does it not work? But you asked me.
Well, I'm saying that I'm just questioning that advice.
Right. But so tell me, why don't you like that advice?
I don't like that advice because it incentivizes younger women to not focus on priorities.
It is priorities. They're going to
Living
school.
your life is priority.
They're going to
going
school.
out, traveling, and doing all this stuff. That's priority.
Because it's somebody for them. It's somebody for them. So once they meet that, okay. For example, a lot of people when they met their person, their spouse, their husband, it's because they went out. They went traveling. They met their person on the travel.
So that's what you're saying. Majority of people
that
are married
when they go out
today.
to restaurants, when they go out to restaurants with their friends, they meet their person.
That's the biggest bull crap I ever heard.
Tell me the number one thing that a couple that's married, how do they meet?
A couple that married, they meet in churches. They meet.
But you're going out.
Yeah, no, but you talking about when they travel.
That's living. No, I didn't say that. I said you travel. I said you go out to clubs. You go out to restaurants. You do things. That's how you get out in your life. Church is another lifestyle that you have. Living your life. People go to church. That's them living their life. So
you can meet people anywhere. Let's just
right.
It doesn't matter whether it's on Mars or Jupiter.
Mars.
Jupiter. Oh yeah, that's my accent. So you gotta deal with it. But like, I mean, I don't get that advice. Like that.
Okay, so what would you say to a younger guy? Say 20s, because we're talking 20s now.
Right.
We're in our 40s, so we live the life that we chose to be in, that we're in now. So a guy that's 20. Just got out of school, don't know what to do yet. Mm-hmm. What would you tell him?
I would tell him to first focus on his purpose. That's the first thing.
But he doesn't know about his purpose because
if you finish school, you gotta figure out what your purpose is.
Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. You gotta figure out what your purpose is.
Okay.
Right? Once you figure out what your purpose is. And then, when you figure out what your purpose is, you get your shit together, right? Don't live with your mama or your daddy, right? Start living by yourself, right? And put things.
But how do they get to that point?
You get to that point by working like everybody else.
Okay. I said that, right? Did I say that for the female?
You talk about live your life. That's all you kept talking about.
I did that.
Like, live your life.
Whoever watches this video, please pause it and listen to what Corey said. And
you just keep talking about live your life.
I said live your life, meaning when you graduate college and you got that career that you want to be in, that's you're setting the stone. You're making your money. You're going to live your life. This is how I'm going to live my life. I'm going to find me a place to stay, like you said for the guy. I'm going to move out of my parents' house. That's
you asked me that question specifically. I was not even going to talk about that because I'm assuming that's something you should have. We talking about relationship, right?
Right.
It's a relationship advice. That's what this is. What advice would you give a younger female? You can talk about live your life.
I did.
Okay, that's what you said. And I'm saying no, that's not the advice I'll give. The advice I'll give is find your purpose because as a man you gotta know your purpose in life, right? So once you figure that out. And then when you get into the relationship aspect of things, you gotta set a standard. All right, you gotta have boundaries as a man. Values, the values that your parent impacted in you, you gotta live by that. Because as a man, you gotta be true to you. Be true to yourself, right? First, stand on your principles, stand on your values. You know, you gotta set those boundaries when you meet someone. Say, for example, you meet a girl. Um, let's say you want to go out on a date,
Right.
right? Some guys want to lead with money,
Right.
right? They want to show. Now, if you spending one date, 2 date, third date, and the girl is not doing nothing,
Right.
and you allow that, and if you eventually settle down with that person, guess what? You've already established that you're the one that should be doing everything. You get what I'm saying? So in the long run, you can't fault that woman because this is what you introduced her to. You didn't set any boundaries. So you can't go and bitch about it moving forward. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So set a realistic standard and boundaries for yourself. That's just one example. You feel me?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So you gotta, what are you gonna allow in the beginning? Because if you don't do it, you're gonna have to live to regret that.
Right.
You know. As a man, you gotta have expectations, and you gotta abide by those. Because if you don't do it, you can't really blame the woman if she starts doing things differently or doing things that you already enable her to do.
Right.
And that, you know, that's on a lot of guys. You know,
That's
and then we
true.
want to go and blame the woman. Sometimes it's not just the woman; it's you. You got to do your job as a man.
Right.
So that's the advice I would give a young man. Set a boundaries. You don't want to, so again, with the date thing, we'll go back to the date. Spend the first date, second date, the third date, you want to feel like your woman cares about you too.
So you believe in 50-50?
No, I'm not necessarily 50-50. I believe that a man is supposed to show up for a woman in the way that a man is supposed to show up for a woman.
Okay.
But I also believe the role of the woman is to support your man.
Right.
Now, if I'm the only one spending money, first date, second date, third date, and fourth date, I want to see that you care about me too.
Yeah.
I want to see that you can show up for me too.
Right.
Because guess what? If that is not established in the beginning, when we eventually decide to settle down, if I run into a major financial huddle, you're not gonna be there to show up
Right.
for me because
Correct.
you know what? You didn't do it in the beginning.
Correct.
I'm not gonna expect you to do it now.
Correct.
And that's how people get disappointed because it's like, oh, she didn't do it well. Is that what you established in the beginning? No, you taught her something different.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? So that's the advice I would give. Now, live your life.
I mean, you still.
Yeah, you gotta set expectations, boundaries,
yeah, you do,
and all of that
but-
stuff. So,
I mean, you do, but still.
Still what?
Live your life.
you still live your life, but you gotta live your life with set rules and values. Not like I'm not saying like rule. You gotta don't come home. This no, that's not what I'm saying. Have expectations, clear expectations. You know, if
So what if Sam and Monica went out? Sam brought dinner, and they went out again. Monica's like, "Oh, I got it," and Sam said, "No, I got it." Right?
Mhm.
So Monica let him pay, and they go out again. And Monica's like, "No, I'll pay for it." And he says, "I got it." He sees that she's trying to do it. She sees that she's trying to pay for it, but he's trying to be the upper man to do it.
you talking about the first date.
Well, the first date, I mean, to me, I believe whoever initiated, hey, let's go out on the first date, I think that person should pay. I don't think that it always should be a man of a first date. If I want to go out with a person, I'm like, hey, we should meet here, I'm going to pay because I think that I set the date up. You know, some people are like, oh no, the man should pay, he's the man. I don't think that. I don't look into stuff like that. You know, but if he pays and they go on the second date and she tries to pay and he say no, and then they go on the third date, she tries to pay, he sees that she's trying to pay. So that should be a thing to him, like, okay, I know if I don't have it, she have me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I want to be with a woman that I know, for me, she has my back when I can't do certain things. I want to know that she got my back.
Right.
You know, it can't just be me carrying the load the whole time. No, that's not what it's supposed. That's not how it's supposed to be. That's all. You got that all twisted. People get that all twisted. No, a woman is supposed. The primary role of a woman to a man is to be a supporter, to support your man. That's the primary role. If you're a woman and you don't understand that, you're missing the whole picture of your essence as a female, as a woman. Your role is to support your man.
I think a lot of women support their man. It's just sometimes that they look into different situations on how they're supporting them.
What do you mean?
If you say, I'm going to go be a rapper,
Mm-hmm.
I would support you. But if I see you not going to do what you need to do to be a rapper, I'm going to be like, hey, I try to support you. We went out here. I try to, broadcast your music, do this. You're not doing nothing. I'm not going to support you. But if you say, hey, I want to be a rapper, and I'm like, all right, come on, let's go. What you have ready, and I see that you're working to it, I'm going to be behind you 100%. So that's different ways that a woman can support and a woman can't support. You understand what I'm saying?
So you're saying you would support your man if he has a plan?
It's if he has a plan.
Okay.
If he tells me he wants to do something, and I'm like, okay, let's do it. I'm 100% on being there for a person that states they want to do something. If you want a job and you're looking for this job, I'm going to say, let's sit down, get your resume together. We're going to send your resume out to all the job titles you want until you get one. That's me. But if you say, oh, I want this job, and I'm like, all right, well, let's get your resume together, and I'm just sitting at the laptop doing it myself, I will push away and say, you really don't want this. So that's like, a woman can be supportive and she can be supportive, but it has to be both of them meeting in between. The same with a guy. If a female says she wants to do something, become a stripper.
Become a stripper?
Yeah. You think a guy's going to support her?
If she wants to be a stripper? It
depends
depends to the guy. If he's a freak.
Yeah, no, I'm just joking about the stripper part, but I'm just giving an example. If a female wants to do something, her guy or whoever she's with should be supportive in that.
Yeah, but people, that doesn't mean when it says a woman is supposed to support a man, doesn't mean a man is not going to support the woman. That's not what it means.
Sometimes, I know, but sometimes it's not like that. Sometimes a woman can support her man and he don't give.
You don't give what? Yeah, but then you see, the problem is women will stay in situations like that.
That's true.
That is what the problem. It goes again. Personal responsibility and accountability. Mm-hmm. Right?
Right.
It's about choice.
Right.
Life is about choice. The choices we make. We all make dumb choices and we live to regret them. Mm-hmm. Everybody on this planet. Everyone. Whether you're male, female, we all did. Yeah. When it comes to that particular aspect, it's up to you. Like, if you want to stay with a guy who, you don't feel like, got your back, then who do you blame? You blame yourself. Right? And the funny thing about that is, a woman will bitch and complain about that, but she's getting a good D. So there's something you're getting from that relationship. That's why you stayed. They'd be like, well, he was abusive, he was this, but you stayed.
That's not probably why they stayed. Because
it could be one reason.
That's probably not what they stayed.
Okay, then what?
Well, if he had money.
Money too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He take care of her.
Yeah.
He hit her, and then an hour later, he give her $5,000.
Yeah.
A woman's going to stay for that. I mean, not long, because they mentally is probably going to say.
Right, or the experience too.
Yeah,
different things.
Right.
So it's both ways. I'm not one of those people that just kind of just be like, oh, the woman is only the problem. No, it's not. Mm-hmm. It's not realistic to say, the woman is the only problem when it's male and female.
Right.
What I can say is, feminism has done a lot of damage to the black woman, and that in turn has affected the black family structure. Okay. That is a fact. That's why you have a lot of contentious relationship today. Women are so combative, so defensive. They feel like they're making money, they're taking care of themselves. Who are you? I was listening to Tucker Carlson. He used to be on Fox News. Now he got his own independent stuff. He was at this forum and he was talking. He's like, the way things are going in America today, because women are making a lot of money, there's gonna come a time there will be no male figure in the home, and women are still gonna be giving birth to babies, but they're gonna be just single parent, and that's the trajectory we are on right now.
It is.
And it's gonna be a state of emergency in America. He's right about that 100%.
But when he stated that, was it a female around him when he said?
No, it was a male interview.
Right. So maybe he should have had a female there to sit with him when he was talking about that, because
it was like on stage and they had people in the audience.
Yeah, but to me, I just think of that as that situation is not say that all females don't want to be with people, but majority of females want a relationship. Majority of females want to be married. But like again, when I stated before in the beginning, a lot of females have that guard up that they're taking care of their kids, and it's going to be hard to bring anybody in here, so I'm just going to hold back or whatever. And like you stated, they're raising, a single family home by themselves. So if he talked to another female and she could explain, like, no, that's not what the situation is. It's just hard to find a good guy out here. It's hard to find somebody that's going to be loyal or trustworthy to me. So I'm not going to bring somebody in my household, and this person's not going to be the one. You see what I'm saying? A lot of females don't bring men around their kids because they don't know if that person's going to be the one.
Well, that's a wise thing to do.
Right. So that's why.
I do the same.
Yeah, I know a lot of guys do the same thing too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably why there's a lot of single family homes out here today, because they don't know what's going to happen.
What do you mean?
They don't know who this person is going to be that I'm going to bring around my kids or anything like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it, so because you're saying I don't know who this person's gonna be, and that's why I'm single. That's another bullshit.
No, it's not because you're single. It's because.
I mean, that's why a lot of women are single. That's what you're
right.
saying.
Yeah, they don't want to bring no one in their household because of this. Like, it's the same. I'm telling you.
That's coming from. It sounds like that's coming from a place of past traumatic experience.
No, it's not. It's
bad experience.
No, it's not past. No,
it's not. Be honest.
I'm being honest with you. It's not no past experience or anything like that. You know when you're dating someone that, this person is going to be the right person, anything. I'll tell you guys the honest truth. With my two girls, I only brought 3 guys around them, and that's it. That 3 guys that I've talked to, that's the only 3. And it was their 2 dads, and then my fiance, and I was engaged. And that's it. Because my girls, they love on people. You see what I'm saying? And I would hate to bring someone around them. And I know this is with any single female and single dads too. Not knocking no single dads off because they raise their kids too. Mm-hmm. They probably think the same thing. I can't bring this female in my household and turn out next month she's not going to be the one. Right. Because my kids are here. My kids are going to meet her. But people know who this person is going to be. Like, if you're talking to a person for almost like 2 to 3 years, you should already know, like, it's time for my kids to meet this person. Because that's your person. That's the person you're dealing with. That's the person you're dating. That's the person you're talking to. And you know for sure this is how it's going to go. Everybody dated people for a year or 2, and they know this is not going to be it. I might as well just end it and continue with my life and go on with something else. And again, that's for men and women, not just only women.
Right.
So.
Yeah. I know you touched on, you asked me about 50-50 earlier. So, what is your view on that? So you believe in 50-50?
Yes, I believe in 50-50.
Elaborate on that.
Like again, like I stated before, if I initiate, let's go out to dinner, I'm definitely going to pay for it because I feel that I brought up that topic. I want to go out to dinner.
I'll give you a high five for that. I respect that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If the guy, we go out to dinner and he pays that time, I'm going to remember, oh, I remember when we went out to dinner, or we went got coffee or whatever. It could be got a bottle of water or anything like that. I'm going to remember, hey, I got it this time. Don't worry. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think of 50-50. If we go on a trip and he pays for the plane ticket, I'll pay for the room. Something like that. Or I'll get the Airbnb or something like that.
Is that your definition of 50-50? Is that your definition of 50-50?
No, I'm just giving you an example.
But it's a question.
Yes, it can be. If you're paying for my airplane tickets, you're paying for both of ours. I'm going to get the room.
I see that more as a partnership as opposed to 50-50.
Okay, but...
Because 50-50 is 50-50.
50-50.
50-50 is 50-50. Like we go on the trip, we got to split everything 50-50. That's the definition of 50-50.
Right, but 50-50
But that's not what you said. You said if he
he
pays for the plane costs way more than the hotel.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
Okay.
Right, okay.
50-50 is still a partnership. You're still in a partnership. Because let me tell you, if my person say, hey, do you have $50? I'm going to give them that $50. I'm not going to ask back for it because I know if he has it, he's going to get, if I ask him, he's going to give it to me. So that's both of ours. You see what I'm saying? Like, just because it's not joint or anything, I know it's both of ours. I don't have to go out and ask anybody else for anything, for money or anything that I need because I know I have my partnership, 50-50. It still has to have.
You say you believe in 50-50.
I do believe in 50-50.
Okay.
But I also believe in, too, like I said, with the trip thing.
Yeah, the trip thing, sometimes the hotel can be less than, can be more than the plane. It depends.
It's not.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. Sometimes it's the same. It depends how far you're going.
It depends where you're going. Yes.
Right. So that is, yeah. So that right there, yeah. It's not, yeah. So with that one, sometimes it depends how far.
So you don't believe in that? You don't believe if you have to pay for the ticket and I have to pay?
No.
You think that you should pay for your plane ticket, I should pay for my plane ticket. Then when we get to wherever we're going.
So you saying you pay for your plane
ticket and you pay for yours? That's how you think.
No. But that's what 50-50 is.
No, it's not. Wait. It's not 50-50.
I don't know what you're arguing about, like.
Because I'm paying for mine. How
if you pay for your plane ticket and I pay for mine, that's the definition of 50-50.
It's not.
Or, we could say
that is not.
Let me finish, ma'am. Or we can
you can split it. We put our tickets together.
Put the ticket and the total cost of the whole trip.
But again, then
what are you arguing about? I don't understand.
Because you
if you pay for yours and I pay for mine, that's even. It's 50-50.
It's even.
But wait. If we add everything together and split it, it's the same thing. That's still 50-50.
It's not the same. No, it's not.
Okay.
Because if I pay for mine, this is from my money. I paid my ticket. You paid your ticket. But when it's 50-50, like I explained, all right, Corey, the tickets were, I'm going to just say $600 and something. Cool, I got it. How much was the Airbnb or the room wherever we stand? Even if it was like, okay, I'll give you that. If the hotel room was $400 and something, I would say since you paid $600 for the tickets, I got our rental. That's 50-50.
No, that's not 50-50. That is not 50-50. No, it's not. No, it's called. That's partner. That is not a 50-50 situation. A 50-50 is 50-50. Okay.
How is it partnership?
Again, I'm gonna tell you why it's partnership. It's partnership because it's coming from a place where the man is doing what he's supposed to do as a man, and you playing your supportive role as a partner. Mm-hmm. That's what partnership is. It's like you're not leaving everything up to the man. you actually chipping in too. It's not
so the man should pay everything.
You're not listening. If the man is doing the bulk of the spending, you chip in. That's what partnership is. That's what I just said. So if I pay for the bulk of the expense,
so
and
you pay 600 and something.
Yeah, you pay 300. That's not 50-50. That's partnership. How is it 50-50? It's 300 more than yours, so it's not 50-50.
But did you not understand? Let me say this. If you paid for the tickets, and I said, oh, the room wasn't that much, as much as paid for the ticket, don't worry about, I'll pay for the room and the rental. That's 50-50. Like, really. It's probably more because the rental is like $300 depending on where you're going. Okay.
I don't think you understand the concept of 50-50. The concept of 50-50 means 50-50. There's no in between.
But it's still the same thing. If you put both of our tickets together and we split it 50-50, we're going to do the same thing with the Airbnb. We're splitting it 50-50 and the rental.
You're trying to be difficult for no reason. That's just what it is. Like, we're not even going to waste time on this.
I'm not being difficult at all. I'm just explaining it. It's still the same thing. 50-50 is 50-50, and it's a partnership because both of your money is in it and you're together. So it's the same thing.
I don't think most people consider 50-50. 50-50 is a selfish way of doing things. It doesn't work in the long run. You know, it doesn't.
Whoever watches video,
it is not. It is not.
You agree with?
It's not very. It's not a healthy way of doing things because you know what? At the end of the day, you're not even gonna have a serious respect for that man.
So you don't believe in 50-50?
No, I don't. You're not gonna have respect.
So every time you go out to dinner, you're gonna pay.
You see, the problem is I don't think you're listening.
I'm just asking.
You're not listening. I said in the beginning, remember when I talk about standards? I said the standards is you can't be the only one just paying the whole time. Your woman she got to show that she can treat you too.
Isn't it 50-50?
No, it's not. How is it 50-50? Come on, if I take you out 3 times and you do me take me out 1 time, is that 50-50? No, it's not. It's 3-1.
But no, it's still 50-50 though.
Jesus, women. We can't do without that, but it's just that is not 50-50.
Okay.
I'll give you an example of 50-50. When I was with my daughter's mom, I give you an example. She had the nerve after I was paying for everything when I was working, and then there was a time when I lost my job. She was saving her money, and she was like, "Oh, the baby needs a stroller. Let's go 50-50 on the stroller." That's the definition of 50-50. She said, "Let's go half and half on the stroller." You get what I'm saying?
But you didn't have a job.
You're not getting the point. The point is half and half on a stroller. That's the definition of 50-50. Do you understand or you not understanding?
That's no.
Okay, well.
My 50-50 is different. I explained to
you.
you.
Your 50-50 is not 50-50. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I just give you this example.
When you show these videos to people, I want people to...
We'll give you that idea.
I'm just saying, because...
If I'm with you, let me tell you this. If I'm with you and you say you want 50-50, and we going on the trip, and I'm paying $600 for the hotel room, and you paying $300, that is not 50-50. I'm going to be like, well, man, the last time I checked, I'm paying $300 more than you. That's not 50-50.
But then I explained to you that if you pay more, if we go to that trip, it's a lot of things on the trip that people have to pay for. So you don't even know
that's why I told you 50-50 don't work. It's not a healthy formula for a relationship. It just doesn't make sense.
Okay.
It doesn't, because you're always gonna run into issues. You're gonna be counting. Oh, last time I paid for this.
No, you shouldn't have. You shouldn't have to do that.
But it's you. But the other person, you don't know how he's got. You see what I'm saying? That is the issue and that kind of shit. It's a fucked up way of thinking when it comes to relationship, because relationship is to be about bringing your idea and my idea together, and we make it into one great idea.
Right.
That's what a relationship is supposed to be. It's about building something beautiful.
You're right.
You don't come to that with 50-50 mindset. It does not work. It's unhealthy. It's selfish.
So what is if you paid for dinner and then next week I paid for dinner? Isn't that 50-50?
So here's how I look at it.
Okay.
If we're in a relationship,
I want you to explain to me so I can know
what was your
what's
question?
the difference. If we're in a relationship, we went out last week, you paid, right? We're going out this week, I paid. What is that like? Is it 50-50 or is it partnership?
If we go out one week
and
I pay, and then we're going out the next week and you pay.
What is that?
So in that situation, it just can be a one-off thing that my girl decides to treat me too because I treat her. It's not something that's gonna happen every time, back and forth, back and forth. You get what I'm saying? If it happens back and forth like that every day, then it's 50-50. But if it doesn't happen once in a while,
that's what I was trying to explain to you.
No, that's not what you were trying to explain to me. You're trying to explain to me some bullshit.
In the beginning, I said, if we went out and I saw he paid that time, next time I'm gonna pay, and then I'm gonna remember. Oh, I remember when we just went out last week. He paid, so it's my turn again.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I said. The problem is that turn, my turn, your turn, bullshit. That's what the problem is.
But that's me. That's me thinking like he shouldn't have to always pay.
No, there's no turn or your turn. A man is not supposed.
So anytime we go out,
That thinking, that's what got you single today. That thinking that you got.
That's not what got me single at all. Because whoever's with me, they love how.
It's only
how I am, how I pay attention to things and stuff like that.
Ma'am, I like how you are. You will make a great supportive woman. But at the end of the day, a man is supposed to be the primary provider. You hear that? Primary. Say primary. Primary. There you go. The man is supposed to be the primary provider. That's how it's supposed to be. Now, at the end of the day, let's say if I make him, let's say I make 70,000, and you make 50,000, right? You make 50,000. At the end of the day, if I'm paying for the rent, I'm paying majority of the bills, and you just paying the cell phones or the cable. At the end of the day, the rest of your money, is it just yours?
No.
There you go. See what I'm saying? That's partnership.
Well, I know that.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's why you don't go into a relationship with 50-50. The rest of your money.
I said because if I
am I gonna
okay, go ahead.
So the rest of your money, even though I'm paying everything, I'm paying majority of everything. The rest of your money should be put into some investment, should be put into some savings or whatever for the future of us and our family.
Right.
That's how that goes.
Right.
But the problem is some women go into a relationship just because the guy's the primary provider. They think he's paying the rent and their money is their money.
Some guys are like that too.
Like what?
Oh, this is my money.
What kind of guy are you dating? That's the problem.
It's not that I'm dating. It's guys.
What kind of guy?
If a guy makes $70,000 and he has a savings account that his wife or his girlfriend doesn't know about, I promise you, guys have that. That's their money.
That's not what I said. You're just talking some
I'm not
out of whack stuff right now.
No, it's not out of whack. It's just the example that you gave me. If I have money saved, is it my money? No, it's both of ours.
Right.
Because you're taking care of everything. So why the money that I have is just mine?
And I'm saying the problem is some women who are selfish, who have a selfish or me attitude, right? They have that entitlement thinking, oh yeah, the man is supposed to be the man, he's supposed to take care. Well, okay, the man is being the man and taking care of everything. But what's gonna happen with your money that you're saving? Is it just for you or is it for the family as well?
No, it's for the family.
You see what I'm saying? That's what partnership is about.
I know that. Because I said 50-50.
But again, the problem is some women are selfish You know, they think it's just mine is mine.
You're not lying.
They think mine is mine and yours is ours.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why a lot of people end up divorcing.
Yeah.
But that's not the main reason why a lot of people divorce anyway.
What's the main reason?
The main reason why people divorce is because of commitment issues.
Mm-hmm.
It's not so much about money or cheating, it's commitment.
Right.
And you know who's responsible for most of the divorce in America? Guess.
Okay.
Now guess. You wanna guess?
I'm not going to, because of course you're going to say it.
I can say what? It's not me, it's a fact.
Let them know.
I think it was when I was reading it, it was up to what 72% of the divorce in America. Finish it.
Go ahead, you finish it.
You know the answer.
I know it. I know the answer. Go ahead, finish it.
Women are behind that number right there,
Uh-huh.
72%. So what?
And who made this list?
No. And it's a data. It's,
Who made the data? Who
well,
did the data?
What do we do? You go to
Men.
no. You go to the court. You go to the court, and you can find the statistics. It's not men lie, women lie. The numbers don't
Right,
lie.
but I would say that women divorce their husbands
Yeah, they do.
because
Commitment. She go
cheating.
no.
Cheating.
She go irreconcilable
Cheating.
differences.
No.
That's what they say.
Of course, they're going to say that. Because if you say cheating,
No.
you know, when you get divorced, when you go to court and you say, I want a divorce, you can't say cheating. You know why? They're going to say, well, you have to be separated from this person for a year. You guys have to go counseling. I have to see that
You
you
can
went to
still
go
separate for irreconcilable differences. You can't just separate for
but
cheating. What are you
with that one, you can just file for divorce.
Wow.
But with
what
cheating-
what are you talking about? You're just trying to make sense of things that don't make sense. You're just trying really hard. You know, it's just like
Yes,
at this
you're
point.
trying.
Yeah, you are. I'm trying hard. You know, the fact of the matter is,
That's because you want
Women-
the women at 72%.
women initiate divorce at a higher rate than men. What does that tell me? It tells me that they love the idea of wedding more than the marriage. That's why they want to spend money on the big cake, the gown. They gotta be 200 guests. They gotta be this expensive ring. That's the wedding. They like that fairy tale aspect. But when it comes to the relationship aspect, which is the marriage, they're not ready to commit to put in the work.
Right.
Getting the feelings about some dumb shit and want to leave because they don't want to put in the work.
Right.
And that's why when you start relationships sometimes and you start challenging women, you start holding them accountable. If a woman meets a man who's a solid dude, who stands on principle and stands on the standards and values like I told you earlier, you know, it's almost like it's a foreign to a lot of women who are not used to that. And they see it like, I'm not used to this shit. You know, my old relationship, we had a lot of fun. What kind of fun you were having? Toxic fucking fun. See the difference?
Yeah.
You know, so that is the problem. They don't want to go through that aspect.
Right.
And that's what growth is. For you to grow, you gotta go through the tough things. You know, you gotta go through some shit that the person will tell you, even though you know it's true and it's hard to swallow, but you accept it, you look in the mirror and be like, you know what? That makes sense. You know, even though I don't like it, but that's for my own good. You take it like a G, you change, and you're gonna see yourself improving.
Right.
But you see, people don't want to go through the tough things today. That's why, and it's both ways. It's not just females. You know, guys do the same thing. They be with a woman who's been in a messy relationship, who's still dealing with trauma, and then notice that like fuck the shit, because he got 2 other girls on the side, like you said earlier.
Right.
You know, he's not waiting for you.
Can do you think a relationship like a man and a female meet? Do you think they can start fresh with each other?
What you mean?
Like some people meet people and like I'm gonna just say they'll have sex and now they know that they had sex, so they have to try to work out with this person. They really like this person. Do you think they can start off fresh, like not worrying about their past or not worried about who they were with before and stuff like that?
Yeah, that takes a lot of emotional maturity to do. It takes a lot of work. You should have been at a place. You should be at a place of higher emotional elevation, right? Because if you're operating on a place of lower emotional vibration, you are always going to be stuck in your emotions. You're going to be thinking, oh, shit, she's been with this. She's been with this, that. You're going to be stuck in that mode. But it's her past.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We all have a past. You've done some fucked up shit too. You've done some one night stand. You've done some this. You know, that shouldn't be your focus so much. I'm not saying if she was like, you know, just out here, you know, and you don't know if she got some disease or whatever, you know, that's different. Or doing strip pole and prostituting, that's a whole different ballgame. Now that's, you know, that would be tough to pull. I've seen some people who actually marry prostitutes or strippers, you know, but I'm saying when you come in a relationship, it should be no judgment zone. When you start talking to someone, it should be based on your evaluation of that person. It should be based on what is there in that moment. It's not anything else. What they show you moving forward. That's what you should judge them on, not the past. You know, because the past is the past. I'm going to judge you based on what you show me now and moving forward. And that's based on your action. I'm not one of those guys that go by words. I go by action. You know, if I see your action, that tells me a whole lot. You know, that's what I'm going to judge you on, not your past. You know, I'm not gonna sit over here and worry about your past, cry over that shit. That's just draining. That you're just giving yourself more headache, and it's whack. You know, that's not where I'm gonna spend my energy. My energy is moving forward. That's what it is. So yeah, I think people should be able to give each other a clean slate. That's, you know, again, if you are healed, that should be a normal situation.
But there's a lot of people out here don't do that.
Yeah.
A lot of people come in these relationships and you say one thing bad, or you say one thing stating about your relationship. They take it and that's it. They will keep continuing. So that's why I gave you that.
Yeah, because some people are just insecure. They haven't done the work on themselves, you know. You can't be too insecure in a relationship.
Right.
It's going to be really, really hard, you know. I mean, we all have our insecurities, you know, but overly insecurity, that's a problem.
Right.
You know. Yeah, this was a good conversation. We'll finish it. We got more topics to go through. You know, the odd couple. I think we were pretty odd. You know, when I was thinking, you know, I'm telling you, you're full of shit.
But you gave me a high five. So
Hey, I gave you a high five on some stuff. You did some
you
good.
almost dropped my drink.
Oh yeah, but you see, I'm fair, very fair. When you made some good points, I give you kudos. But when you start taking
And I said, well, you did
BS about
what the 50-50?
50-50.
It's the same thing.
That would make sense out of shit that don't make sense. Oh, women.
It
Oh,
sense.
man. You guys live in a whole alternate universe sometimes. It's just like you live in a whole different
50-50
world.
is still a partnership. We both of our money is in it.
That
our
is
money
not
is together.
50-50.
Yeah,
If I'm
what
spending
that is.
600 and you spending 300,
What does it matter that
That
you spending 600?
that's what it is.
Oh, I
It
bought her a
doesn't.
ticket. We're
Yeah.
going out of town. We're in. She got the rooms.
Yeah, if you want to do 50-50, it gotta be square. You know, straight down the middle.
Pay tickets, pay the room, pay the rental. 50-50. That's how.
Yeah, I love it when I'm being a man and taking care of shit,
Yeah.
and then, you know, let's say if we're doing a road trip or whatever, and I'm paying for the gas, toll, everything, and then the woman just go to the store, get the sandwich and drink and bring it.
Yeah.
That
that's
right
how
there,
it's supposed to
that's
be.
how it's supposed to. But if you just sit your butt there
No.
and don't do shit, just
Females
watch
don't do that. They're not supposed to.
But there are women who do that shit.
No.
And those are the women who come from a place of entitlement, or maybe their daddy told them, the simp dad told them, you know, a man is supposed to do everything.
I don't know.
A man is supposed to, like, really? No, that's...
We're going to put a Roy Rogers.
Yeah, like, and so my daddy told me I'm not. I should be taken care of. My daddy told me. Well, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Your daddy didn't tell you what you're supposed to do.
Right.
That is not gonna fly because at the end of the day, you're not marrying your daddy.
Yeah. That's true.
So yeah. But so a relationship is a challenge, you know.
It is.
I like to learn and I like to challenge myself, you know, and
you can learn from each other too.
Yeah.
If you're in a relationship, you can learn from that person because everybody, you know, is different.
Everybody's different. You got to think about it. Every relationship is an experience and it's a learning experience.
Correct.
Whether it's the worst kind of experience or the best, it's still a learning.
What was our topic today?
Now, topic today, we started off by a role of a woman.
Right.
But then we went into subtopics.
So can we switch? Our next topic would be the role of a man.
Well, I think we touched on that a little bit, but we can still do it.
we did, but we didn't touch. We touched more on women.
Yeah. Oh, you 50-50. Look at that.
You like that, right?
All right. So please like, comment, subscribe, and share our page. Let us know what you think. Moving forward, we're actually going to be engaging with our audience. We'll be taking some questions from the chat room, you know, so put your questions in. We'll be reading them in our next segment, you know, so we can have this interaction, very engaging. You know, let us know what you think so far on the show. Like, comment, subscribe. All right, what you got to say?
Have a good evening, guys.
Shalom.